Racing to the speedway here recently. Track looking really good here tonight.
Put it in 30 minutes after the race.
Qualifying
After 30 minutes, I'm not no longer accepting tickets.
That's going to do it for this session. A valiant lap for Carson Rowland to put him third, but Brian McCann and Caleb Sisk will be your front row starters. Let's take a look at our starting grid. On the pole position, of course, with a lap time of 29.688 seconds, it's Brian McCann. Outside pole, the number 6 of Caleb Sisk, missed it by 70 thousandths. Row number 2 is Carson Rowland and Vincent Short. Row 3,
Darlington,
Drew Blaze and Larry Dickerson.
On the pole.
Row 4, it's Tyler Herod and Sean Roberts. Row 5, Tommy Welch and Mark Truxell. Starting in the 11th position, it'll be the 32 of Nick Biddy with Chris Goins in the 4 Track Bar Motorsports machine. He'll start 12th.
All right, let's get some
13th starter, it's the 20 of Justin Lawson, flanked by the 2 of Ryan Pasoko. Double O Joe will start 15th. Mike Fahey from Lone Star Racing rolls off 16th. Mike Corvu in the number 97 will start 17th. 18th starter, it's Paul Durkee. 19th position will be Albert Anderson, 20th Scott Milner, 21st Jesse Redding, Paul Ferriani will start 22nd. 23rd it's Brandon Coleman, 24th Crystal Milano, 25th Russ Endicott.
Only got 35 drivers.
Connor Leach, that's 71 out of Sisk Speed Shop, will start 27th. Garrett Woodard, 28th.
I think they banned 1 or 2 people last week, so we lost 2 people.
31st starter.
That sucks. Wow, it just said that you crashed. How about that?
Third, Tom Barish, and last but not least, it'll be the 88th.
Crash? No.
Shotgun on the field,
yeah.
Ford. You're starting.
I got a replay saying that you crashed. Let's see what that is.
Get gridded up here. Still a little bit of time left before this field rolls down into turn 1 for 1 of 1 pace lap.
Sitting still.
Still waiting on the pace car.
We're not going green this time. We are not going green. All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Make sure you stay ahead of the 6 across the start stripe. You don't want to give him a point lead for nothing.
Field begins to roll. Lawson's parked to the inside, maybe going to the back. Again, looking at the race details tonight, 120 laps the distance, 78-degree air temperature, 44% humidity, overcast skies, 6-mile-per-hour breeze. Track temp has come up considerably at 109 degrees Fahrenheit. Drivers with a 70% fuel load tonight, 3 sets of tires over the wall, no fast repairs, 0 zip zillage, and 3 attempts at a green-white checkered finish tonight if necessary.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
Oh, Darlington.
Hey, Steve, hoping for a great race. NTRL. Lori, thanks for saying hey.
Yeah, it's been a long week at Darlington.
Go another lap here at Darlington.
Nobody has hit the wall yet.
Lap on these bigger race tracks, but we're going to go an extra here to make sure we've got everybody lined up where we need to be.
Nobody's got their Darlington stripe yet. Lady in black hasn't reached out and touched anybody in their no-no spot yet.
Hey, Derek.
Get ready.
All right, buddy.
All right, man. The pace car is in.
So front row, it's the 7 and the 6. Brian McCann and Caleb Sisk. Field out of turn number 2 here. Half a lap away from the green flag.
Let's go get him.
Outside.
On your right rear.
Stay low.
He's going to push a little bit on the outside. Still there, outside.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single
You got
file.
a little loose. You're clear up. Wow.
That's what he did last.
He had no faith.
It's the 6.
That's what he did last race too. The caution immediately came out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mark. I wasn't even in 4th gear. I didn't expect you to check up like that.
It's the 6.
I had to check up on that bottom side when my tire dropped off the apron and got loose.
Here we go, green flag in the air. We're
I saw you get a little loose there.
McCann with the jump down out into turn number 1. Sisk there to the outside. He thought about tucking in behind, but keeps it up to the outside, and we've got trouble already. Reminiscent of Martinsville last week, and we're already wrecking in 1 and 2. Not sure what happened there, but multiple drivers involved in this one. And look at that,
sounds so
Mike Leahy is
optimistic.
one of them.
Derek, what's your favorite track?
Well, let's get a look. It's already happening.
Damn.
Multiple
Big
drivers
wreck.
getting into this after the fact.
Yeah, no kidding. Bunch of the guys in the back. There's some people coming through. It's like they're not even trying to stop.
You're good, brother. I did have a Cody Brown moment, though, when that happened.
Definitely something started here with Truxell.
Daytona road course, okay. So you're a big fan of the 24-hour race then?
Into turn number 1, and Goins either got to the inside or Truxell lost momentum. Either way, they came together.
I love whipping around that place in the Porsche or something like that. So much fun. Any car that's got a bunch of downforce, I love racing that track.
Just ahead there, the 5 and the 4.
It's a pretty fun track.
Truxell goes,
Yeah, it is.
Fahey, Redding. Durkee got a piece of that as well, it looks.
Hopefully this ain't another Martinsville.
Yeah, I hope not. Shake and Bake ran at Pocono last night. Ended up with like
Very quickly,
15
just like
cautions.
that, opening lap
I saw the
begins,
caution
we've got
review on the
caution
Discord.
1 and 2, and through that
Yeah,
exchange,
holy
looks like
cow.
McCann lost that race lead. Caleb Sisk, a nose out in front
Give me an EOL, please.
when the caution came out.
Thank you.
Some people are just blaming it on the Gen 6 car, others aggression, others just people not lifting when they needed to.
Oh, it's a
don't know.
Gen 6? Yeah.
Yeah.
So was it loose?
Really only just off of 3. Everywhere else is pretty tight. All right, buddy, here we go. Ready, and go, go, go. Nice, you're clear low. Whenever you pass the line, there you go.
Trying to look through, see if we got some throwback schemes. I've seen a couple so far. We'll try and follow up on that as the race goes on. But base truck is in. We're ready to go racing again. It'll be lap 5 as we cross start finish. Barney with green in hand, and there it waves. We're back racing from Darlington.
Good save. He's definitely backing up this corner a little bit more than you are.
All right, first lap in anger in the books here. Caleb Sisk, still your race leader. Brian McCann running second right there. Truck length off the back bumper, about truck length and a half maybe to this point. McCann a little loose out of turn number 2. Now they're back in 3 and 4.
Got a slower truck coming up. Right now he's staying on the low side.
See if Sisk wants
He's pulling down the apron.
this thing for a little while, make his adjustments accordingly. Oh, Sean Roberts and maybe another getting in the wall. I think that might have been Skylar Herod. Off turn number 2, both drivers appear to just slap the right side of their truck into the safer barrier. They both continue on and continue to battle. This is the battle now for these
slow truck
positions.
Good job. Stay in it, no caution.
Racetrack looks like Tom has gone straight to pit lane.
Wow, he just completely destroyed the front assist truck.
Paul Ferdiani rejoining the race as well. Let's go back and look, see what happened here to the
That's not going to go over well.
Go. Barish pancaked the wall on exit, then a little bit of contact and a major bit of impact in the inside wall off turn number 2. Trying to get a better look at that, I believe.
Interesting.
Crystal Volano got into the.
What happened to him? Did he drop back?
After Tom
Caleb?
got in the fence. Hard to say on that. Well, maybe it was.
I think I'm going to go back and take a look at the front of his truck. I'm pretty sure he made contact with a lap truck. No, he didn't. I guess the front of his truck is just fine.
Where's he at? I don't see him.
So yeah, I guess he just dropped back. He's back in 11th now.
Dang.
Contact with the outside wall by Tom Barish there really broke that momentum. But look, things have changed here up front. Something significant has changed. Drew Blaze is the race leader now. Brian McCann still runs second. And Caleb Sisk back into the 11th position. As Caleb entered pit lane, but he's... we got to look at it. We'll try and take a look, see what happened.
Another slow truck on the high side. Keep it low.
I don't know if there's a penalty involved here.
He's up in the wall, keeping it out of the way. You're clear.
Or did he have a different issue? Oh, there was trouble up ahead. Lapper, Jesse Redding having trouble up the racetrack, got into the fence, and the leaders get collected. Sisk pulls it down to the bottom of the racetrack here. I think he's just trying to gather up and do a damage assessment to see if he can drive this thing. Checks up considerably to not cause a greater issue, but there you have it. The 21 of Jesse Redding having a problem as the leaders were approaching. Sisk has fallen back to 11th. Might be okay. But now Drew Blaze, your race leader, started in the 5th position, now in front. First few laps of the day led by the 30 of Blaze at Brian McCann. Carson Rowland still 3rd. Vincent Short still 4th. Larry Dickerson up a spot in the 5th position. Now there's one of those throwbacks. This is a throwback
Caution's out
of Larry Dickerson. It's a throwback to himself. It's not a terribly old paint scheme, but it's still a throwback, so we'll give it to him. Sean Roberts now to the inside of Dickerson. This would be for the 5th position if Sean can get it done, but he'll tuck back in behind.
All right, get y'all set up.
Sucks for Caleb.
And caution on the speedway.
Yeah,
Joe David in trouble.
I don't think we pit here, do we? No? No.
Trying to find Joe.
Only thing we would get was gas.
Would.
Nah.
Second caution.
I'm not going to get tire. I mean, I was afraid of... Oh, shit, everybody's going to... I was afraid if I get tire, I'd be coming out like gas, I'd be coming out mid-pack.
From here, it appears Joe just got a little loose in the middle of the corner.
Damn, everybody went in, didn't
Lawson doesn't really give him any help here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Keeps his
7,
foot down
8.
and then gets to the back of the...
We'll be right.
Pretty
I
much.
think Joe may have saved it otherwise.
Oh, I have no doubt. Only... Looks like 12 stayed out. Everybody else went in.
And pit lane is open. Not everybody, but a lot. Drew Blaze, Sean Roberts, Skylar Herod, Mike Corvu, Joe Bennett, Coleman, Sisk, Collins. Sisk is going to come down here, I would imagine, try to get some damage corrected on that number 6 machine.
I didn't see any damage on his truck. Unless he's just spitballing, guessing that he's got damage.
Yeah, I don't know if they would take tires here or not. That's interesting.
Let's take a look. Brian Pasoko.
Sisk still sits in his pit box here. Time going by.
Actually, it only looks like 3 people took tires. Drew Blaze, Mark Collins, and Justin Lawson. Everybody else is 6-7 seconds.
See, Drew Blaze, he came back out in 16th, though. That's right in the middle almost. I'd hate to be in that spot right now.
Oh, yeah, so would I. But he's going to come flying up, though, no doubt.
So with that,
he's going to have a lot of cars to dodge.
Restart after this.
Yeah, and you also haven't had a whole lot of green flag laps.
Marcos Garza, when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude
About
Children's
10, I
Research
think,
Hospital,
right?
we needed sponsors.
No, a little bit more.
Us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team
11,
as
12.
outstanding, someone you can trust, and
Who's counting?
he's just a genuine guy.
Not me. I forgot how.
Generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you.
1,
That's what
2,
Marcos is, and
skip a few.
That's what this firm is.
99, 100.
Let us help.
Terrible.
All right, buddy. Restart's on you. You are in the box now. Ooh, 30 spun him a little bit. You're clear up.
Back at Darlington Raceway, as you see the pace truck head to pit lane. Restart number 2 to be lap 19. Front row, McCann and Carson rolling, and then it'll be Short and Dickerson, Anderson, Milner, Endicott, Welch, and Pasoko, and then Leach. Green back in the air. Tires.
Keep an eye on Drew to see how fast he comes up through the field.
I'm already back there since I know you're in clean air.
10-4.
Truck pounds the outside wall on a turn number 2. Back to start finish. Ryan McCann leads it over Roland, Short, Dickerson, and Anderson. Quite a margin back to the second spot, 0.6 of a second to be specific. And about the same plus back to Vincent Short in the 3rd position. And Short's got Larry Dickerson breathing down his neck.
Spinner in the back, staying green.
Really need us to go green.
I agree.
Sorry, Albert, I'm not sure if that's upfield or not. Sorry.
All good, Connor. Thank you.
Short able to put some distance between himself and that number 69 truck of Larry Dickerson. Really, the top 5 trucks all pretty well separated now. McCann still out in front, 3/4 of a second back to Roland. Roland in the second spot. Again, about the same distance back to Vincent Short, and then roughly the same from Short to Dickerson. Bigger gap from Dickerson back to Connor Leach, but Leach making some serious strides forward. Started 27th, now finds himself in the 5th spot. Leach has made a pit stop. Granted, that may have been some repairs there, but nevertheless. Top 8 trucks, with the exception of Leach, have not come to pit lane yet. So that's pretty big improvement there for the 71 this early on in the race. Sun trying to peek out from behind the clouds here in Darlington.
Track temps down to 99.
Oh, that's going to force
clouds absolutely helping. Caution's out.
Yeah, Sean, back there, I was literally just about to give you the spot because I was tired of reading that.
Crystal Volano and Benjamin McMinnon.
What was that?
McKinnon.
Oh, right.
Am I going to have
Before
to...
you gave up the position, I was just about to get on the radio
here,
and
ain't
say
I?
you could have the position.
Oh,
I was
that
tired
sucks.
of racing like that.
Battling
once
going
you got
on here
inside me, I
with
just let
Scott
you
Miller
go.
in the
It's
31
only got
and
20
Mike
laps.
Corvu just behind that number 97.
What do you think?
And trouble again, Crystal Volano.
I think the rest of the field that didn't pit before it comes down this time.
Severely damaged 07 truck as well.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of forced to with half a tank now. Hoping for a green on that one.
Yeah.
McKinnon just ahead of Volano, working to the outside.
Well, Drew got a few laps on his tires, so.
Yeah, and no, he wasn't having to fight very hard. There were people in the back letting him go.
Hard was going to get in the wall, did so. Bristol really nowhere to go but into the back of the 12.
Yep, everybody that stayed out before is coming in now.
Pit boxing 10,
Now I'm going to be mid-pack.
5, 3, 2,
With brand new tires.
1. Right here.
Oh, we didn't even have those tires broken in yet.
All right, that's it. Go.
All right, come. Don't speed.
Not much he really could have done there.
It's the 2 car.
All right, the two that got out right ahead of you took fuel only.
You're slowed up.
Sean Robertson, Ryan Pasogo.
Really hard to avoid. Pit stops underway. Brian McCann looks like he's going to come down. Many others as well.
Ryan may have taken 2. He had an 8-second stop.
Super advantage here at Darlington Speedway. Darlington Raceway, that is.
Now I'm right in the middle of it.
And took his time getting out of there.
At least I'm on the inside.
You're on the inside. And everybody that's ahead of you, looks like 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th was fuel only. 7th, Mark Collins, he had a sub 14 second stop. Justin Lawson, a little over 14 seconds. Sean Robertson, Ryan Pasogo were just on pit road with you, with maybe Wrights and fuel. So you're in a pretty good spot.
Gotta do some passing on Darlington though. That's not ideal.
So safety lights on the pace truck are out.
Well, if everybody pulls over like they just were for the 30, you'll be just fine.
Is that what they were doing?
Yeah, he was just rolling right on by. They were staying high for him. All right, buddy. Connor Leach is leading. He's on the inside. 30 is to the outside. Ready, and go. Restart on the outside did not go, so you got a little bit of an advantage here. You are clear up already. There you go.
So front row is going to be Connor Leach and
Look at that, from P15 up to P10.
Lays the 30 truck to his right elbow.
Clear up.
Will be Corvu and Herod. Brandon Coleman in 5th. Pace truck is in.
There you go, outside. Hold on to it. Clear.
Green, green.
There it is, green flag, back in the air.
Turned in too early.
Monster run off. Hey, you're okay. Right rear, clear. Right front, outside. Right rear, clear up.
Field off turn number 4. Leach with the lead here. Blades
P6.
Lanes now looks to the inside, gets to
Well,
the
from
line.
13 to 6 in 2 laps, that ain't too bad.
Over Connor Leach. Leach now top side. Teammate Skylar Harrod.
How about that, huh?
Has to check up big time here to avoid getting into the wall. Loses some ground, but keeps the right side
Yellow's out.
clean. Now down the back straight.
Scott Milner.
Leach, Harrod, the top 3. A little more battle behind here. Ryan McCann to the inside on Mark Collins. Collins up the racetrack, scrapes the right side. Now the 24 of Rick LePage is up the racetrack as McCann takes advantage there. Move Brian McCann into the top 6 after his pit stop. And we've got Gabriella Benura in the chat. Let's go with 3, but the caution is out again. Scott Milner in trouble. Milner facing the wrong way, trying to get righted. The 4th caution of the night, 31 laps in. Let's take a look what happened here to the 31 just
back
a
up.
moment ago. To the outside of Albert Anderson. Don't know if Milner was just trying to avoid making side-by-side contact with Anderson and he slipped up the track, but as he came down, Carson Rowland and Milner making contact.
Lucky dog on the outside.
Hmm.
33 laps in here.
All right, Drew Blaze, the leader. He's on the inside.
We're going to get a chance here.
You're going to be able to carry a little bit of momentum up where you're at.
Out for another restart here. Skylar Harrod will be 3rd. Corvette.
Brandon
Now
Coleman
up to
is
5th.
down low.
That 3rd row, though, Brian McCann's in there. McCann, of course, the pole sitter here today. And we've got Tom Janikowski.
Apparently it says, of course.
I gotta get around
Pole sitter today.
Wave high and checkered flag.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't say anything right until you said so.
All good.
All right, page truck's pulling off.
Send it.
Get ready to go here. Coming to the line. Ready, ready, ready. And go, go, go. You are clear low. Yep.
Go. Go faster.
He doesn't doubt it yet.
Field doubled up, ready to go racing yet again. Pace truck in turn 4, heads to pit road.
right front.
Crash before we've even gone
Side.
green.
Right rear. And clear, sir.
Waves. Woodard gets going. Blaze gets the jump. Side-by-side battle.
P4.
Spot now. Teammates Herod on the bottom and Leach on the top. He'll tuck in behind.
Way to turn down that hill.
Position. And it's Corvu.
You got the line.
And into the top.
Right front. He's up the track. Still right rear. Clear. Way to open the wheel.
Ryan McCann, the fourth spot now.
He knows you're coming. He's pushing.
7. Dickerson's going to jump to the inside of Coleman here, looking for that spot as well.
There you go.
It through.
Side.
Tried to pull the crossover.
Right rear.
On rails here, driving
Still
away.
right rear.
Puts a couple of
Clear.
lengths between himself and the 11. Meanwhile, Brian McCann, speaking of being on rails, he gets to the inside here on Connor Leach in turn 3. McCann now looking for third. He's got it. Top 3.
Yeah, heard.
Plays Skylar Herod, Brian McCann.
Or like an old Tony Stewart. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Now McCann to the inside of Herod for second. McCann really likes making those passes there in turn 3.
Larry, you can go ahead.
Last couple of laps, that's where he's gotten it done. Now he's got a little bit of work to do to
Appreciate it, Mike.
Blaze. It's almost a full second up to the race leader.
He hits the wall every turn.
Garrett Woodard's still on the bottom of the racetrack after having issues coming to green.
Seems like it, doesn't it? In the last 3 laps, you've gained almost an even half second.
Yeah, Blaze is going to have company in a hurry here. McCann is coming. It was about a full second. Now it's under half a second.
Actually make that 6/10.
On board with Brian McCann as he tries to run down leader Drew Blaze.
You've got 2.5 seconds back to P3. Nice rotation in the center.
Now 3.5 tenths as they work into turns 3 and 4.
Somebody having a bad day on that low side.
Yep, Jarrett Woodard. He's out of the way. We're good. All right, buddy. Getting to his...
And now 2 tenths.
Right, there you go. You're clear.
Tenths.
That was going to be close.
Less than a truck length off the tailgate of Drew Blaze as they're out of turn number 4. Will he make the move into turn 1? Truck length and a half off. We'll see if he sticks to that turn 3 move like he's made a couple of times. Blaze up the racetrack. McCann's going to go with him.
He is destroying his tire. I might just wait here.
Garrett Woodard having trouble on track again, but we stay green.
I wouldn't wait too long because you don't want your tires to equalize. Pace truck or lap truck getting out of the way.
Blaze gets nose to the inside for a moment, but McCann gets nose to the inside for a moment. Blaze drives away, closes that door off again. Still about 2 tenths back to Brian McCann.
You have 10 lap pressure tires. There you go. Clear up behind him. Wasn't quite there.
He is struggling though.
There you go.
Out of the lead continues.
Yes, he is.
Hanging on to it for the time being. I do think that McCann is faster, but he's not going to abuse those new tires to get that lead. Again, still relatively early. We're still shy of halfway. If he gets an opportunity to take it, he's going to, but he's not going to force the issue. He's up the track just a touch more than McCann. McCann trying to stick his nose to the inside.
There you go. A little bit of peekaboo in his mirror. Just don't let him make you so tight that you end up in a wall.
Yeah, I thought about that. That's why I was feathering it at the end.
Yes, sir.
That right front. Gotta have it.
Yes, you do.
Just look at the deficit they have put on the rest of the field. Blaze and McCann running away here. They're a 10th and a half apart, but they're 5.2 back to third place Larry Dickerson. These guys are just turning some seriously quick laps. But the impressive part, Drew Blaze ran only 100th slower than Brian McCann that last lap by. His laps are about 10 laps older. Tires are 10 laps older. That's his laps are 10 laps older. I am losing it, guys.
What's that?
I was hoping he'd make a little mistake like that.
He will.
Be nice to get on the low side out of 2 on him.
You know you're faster.
Race lead, less than a truck length between the top 2.
Then we got some lap traffic.
There you go, pull in.
No.
Stay.
I don't want to take a big risk right now.
Okay.
Little issue for Blaze off turn number 2. Loose on exit, might have scraped the right rear on the wall. We're going to reel in some lap traffic here too. This is going to play a factor once they get there. If McCann can't get it done before
That's Caleb Sisk.
it's going to give him an opportunity.
Is he in the second rack?
I've seen in the past though, Blaze tends to be pretty good in traffic.
I didn't get any kind of a notification from him.
Man, he's dropped off hard.
Even though I didn't see any damage to his truck with the software.
You're right, Albert.
Maybe he did have some.
Thank you, Mike.
Inside.
Oh, he almost did it, didn't he?
Oh,
He slid up.
Goes the lap
Slid up big time. I'd had to correct.
I was getting out of the way
I think I'm good.
Yeah, a little bit.
First and second get through relatively clean.
Yeah, you're good. No scrapes.
It's Caleb Sisk. Remember, Sisk really put some effort in trying to get that truck repaired under that caution. I'm sure he's done more of the same, but that truck just not up to pace. Running 22nd and about to go a lap down.
He is in the wall. You were looking for a mistake. There it is. That's going to bring him back to you a little bit.
Through that traffic pretty cleanly and put some distance between himself and McCann. It's about 7-8 trucks now back to the 7. Further back into the top 5. Look for Skylar Herod in the 5th position. Just behind Vincent Short, about 4 or 5 trucks back, and Connor Leach in 6th. Chris Goins, who was involved in an earlier incident, still inside the top 10 in the 7th spot.
You were 0.3 faster than him last lap. All right, there you go. He's up the track. Right rear.
Thank you, let me by.
Good job, Brian.
He either slid up or let me by.
Herod gets the wall.
Yeah,
that was too easy.
Has to scatter a bit. Now Leach goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Something amiss there with the 71. Leach drives it hard to the bottom. '71 of Connor Leach driving that truck like he just spilled a beer in his lap. Got to watch that Molson export. Leach is going to head to pit lane here. He's going to bolt on tires.
That's true, Derek.
That was all about. I don't know if he had a problem.
It'd be nice to stay green here. We're making good track position on him now.
Is this his second stop on the night? I can't imagine it was even.
Yeah, you're over a second half second ahead. Almost, you're working on 0.8.
There are some others that are going to opt for pit lane here. Ryan Pasoko is one of them in the number 2 machine. Dick Biddy, Scott.
There you go, even second.
There for a while, but
we'll pit the lap after Drew pits. Or no.
So laps shy of halfway.
Okay.
Let me rethink that.
No, you probably want somebody else that went down with you, like maybe Larry Dickerson or Vincent Short. Remember I told you I spotted for an 8K race the other day? He lost it by staying out 6 extra laps.
Yeah, I think one lap after he pits is probably a good plan. That way I keep the lead because it's so hard to pass.
Okay. It is. Right rear clear.
So meanwhile, McCann has taken over the race lead. Don't know what happened there with Drew Blaze. We'll see if we can catch the passages that happened recently for that top spot.
Yeah, only 2 sets of tires left.
Still not really able to find it anywhere, so apologize for that. There's really no data on it happening, so not sure if there was another issue that occurred.
Say hi. Clear. Got a blinker up ahead now.
So 60 and 90.
Tyler Herod will come to pit lane.
Unless we want to... No, I don't want to do no weird strategy. I think stick to what Drew does since we got such a big lead.
Just when you come down pit road, don't forget to adjust your brake pads.
I'll go low.
Chris Gomes going to do the same, so is Brandon Coleman. So we're just about halfway here at Darlington. Gomes might have to back that one up. No, got it in there.
Definitely got some lap traffic coming up.
So in his pit stall.
He still ain't pit. I was hoping he would pit there so I can pit before I catch these 5 guys up here.
Keeping an eye on him.
Continues to lead now 2.5 seconds the advantage over Drew Blaze. Paul Ferriani in trouble off turn number 2.
Here he comes.
Looks like Ferriani
All right, next lap.
the inside wall.
He's coming down right now. Boy, he is slow. All right.
I don't even show an incident there. Let's see if we can just rewind this. I hate doing that, but that's the only way we're going to see what really happened there.
All right, you're all set up.
Man, I really don't know what happened there. Kind of looks like it might have just locked left, like he lost connection. Ferdiani's going to go to pit lane, though, try to get some repairs made. Meanwhile, McCann's still out in front. Since we checked last, it's now...
Way to be aggressive.
Well, I was going to say it was 3-4 seconds plus, but now Drew Blaze is going to come down and pit. Now, here is the question. Again, McCann made a pit stop later than these guys. He came down at about lap 26 versus lap 16 for just about everybody else.
Taking the lead.
It's going to put Brian on a little bit off cycle here. I'm curious how long he will stay out because the newer tires are going to be that much faster. Now, if Brian commits to it, which he's not, he's going to come down right now and pit. So he'll be back on roughly the same cycle as everybody else. Reason he was doing that, don't want to...
All right, come, don't speed.
Be mindful.
Nobody else. There you go.
Faster. That's effectively the undercut there.
You're going to have clean track to merge up.
Got one outside. You're clear high, clear high.
Roberts also in pit lane. We'll watch the leader, Brian McCain.
All right,
Dickerson is the
P10.
current leader.
The car in front is pitting. Got one outside.
4 tires and fuel
All clear,
for
all clear.
Brian McCann down on the way. 14:07, a quick stop for the 7. Shown in the 11th spot now as he leaves pit lane.
Got one outside.
Take my
There
spotter.
you go, right.
Stay low.
Oh, yep, my bad.
All clear, all clear.
There you go.
So McCann finishes up his pit work. He did lose a lap. Right now there's only 9 trucks on the
All right,
lead
keep
lap,
it up.
with Vincent Short being your race leader, just ahead of Brian McCann there. Brian should be able to get that lap back in short
Jesus.
order.
You know, when you're about to get lapped, you're supposed to stay predictable, not throw it all over the place.
I do not want to be on the outside in turn 1. That's why I did that.
The green
Gotcha.
flag stop still finishing up here at Darlington Raceway.
Everybody else in front of you still has to come down pit road. You've got 2.5 over Drew Blaze, so you'll keep your lead. They were on pit road. First and third was on pit road lap 26. Russ Endicott was on pit road lap 32. And Jason Steptoe's coming down right now.
Racing Network.
So that'll put you back in
6. We'll see how the strategy
P4.
plays out for him. Need a solid green flag pit stop to keep up the advance.
Outside, clear.
So Short still leads here. We've only got 6 trucks still on the lead lap right
That
now.
didn't work.
And pit stop still underway. So hopefully we do not catch a caution during this cycle. That'll throw this whole thing away.
Sorry about that, Sean.
Yeah, truck's fine. That was just from a little scrape with the wall earlier.
All good. We're still clean and green.
Brian McCann, though, he is still far back from the race leader. He is running third now, reeling in some of the drivers. Carson Rowland, third place starting driver tonight. Next on the list, but about 11 seconds ahead.
Right front, door, he's holding it up. Right rear,
Quite an interesting
clear.
pit cycle here, trying to get everybody finished up with their pit service and then back into this race. As it stands right now, we've only got 6 trucks on the lead lap. Larry Dickerson in 7th. The first
Vincent Short's coming down pit road. So you're about to take over P2.
Sorry, Jared. You got followed. I had nowhere
The one
to go.
left to pit is Carson Rowland, and you're just about an even 3 seconds over Drew Blaze.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Outside.
We needed sponsors
Clear.
to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Did I miss something when I was looking at info? You hit a lap car?
Yeah, I'm going down into turn 1. I just brushed up beside him, net coat or something, and it gave me a 4X.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that.
Or excuse me, it gave me a 0X, and then he got a 4 for something.
Okay.
No real actual contact.
Set for it.
This race is going to be one of those races where somebody's going to save a set of tires. Ain't nothing we can do about that, though.
Oh, you got one more set in the pits, working lap 72. Four seconds now over Drew Blaze. I'm gonna take a look at his since you got some time. except for these few lap trucks.
Points wise, we're
see if he's got some damage from slapping a wall a few times.
We're racing Caleb Sisk and Connor Leach.
Yeah. Well, Connor Leach right now sitting P3, just about 8.5 seconds back. There you go, good run off. Right side. Now you're split again, still right side. He's up in the wall, so you are clear up, sir. He gave you all kinds of room. Yellow's out. Did not want to see that. You're gonna have to stay out. Go high. You were on pit road 13 laps ago.
Take your stuff, stay low fuel.
Back at Darlington Raceway, you just saw it there in the side-by-side caution on the speedway. Few drivers involved.
All right, I'm going to take a look at Drew Blaze's truck, see if he's got any damage.
Chris Goins may have been wrapped up in it as well.
Might be close if some people want to risk it.
Soko off the nose.
Lucky dog on the outside.
That's a lot of fall off.
To back it up here so you can catch a better angle on it.
Save them tires.
Mm-hmm. So Pasoko and Yaw there off turn 4, saving the truck up the racetrack. Of course, that's going to break his momentum.
I think our only really competition is Drew. No, Connor. Did Connor go in?
Up to the inside, but Ryan's still trying to
let's see.
the truck. It looks
yeah,
like
Connor.
he's not.
Yeah, Connor's on pit road. Yeah.
Left in front of the 3. That's going to cause
Chris Goins, Sean Roberts, Ryan Pasoko, Russ Elliott,
sneak by on the outside.
Jason Steptoe. Yeah, Caleb Sisk still on pit road.
Actually, Lawson might have got through that without contact. Well, there you have it. Caution coming out here, I think, right at the end of that pit cycle.
All right, bud, lights are out.
So lap 76, Brian McCann is the leader. Then it's Drew Blaze, Larry Dickerson, Paul Durkee, and Tommy Welch. That's your top 5.
There may or may not be any cautions after this. Stay tuned.
Albert Anderson up into the 7th spot.
I think I'm in a position now where I need a caution before I run out of gas.
Tires as he made his pit stop a little bit later, lap 69. Everybody in front of and around him was between.
If you stick with what you were doing, probably about lap 90 to 95 is where you'd want to go down.
He made a pit stop during this caution. Obviously, he was involved in it. See where he gets shuffled back into this mix.
If it goes green, Connor could fuel save, I believe. It'd be slow.
It's possible. All right, you're coming to the box. He's about a half a truck length back. Ready, go. All right, you're clear up. And you were just coming into a whole lot of lap traffic, so that helped get rid of all that.
That is true.
Pace truck is in, lap 78. When we get the green, still trying to get shuffled back up here. Looks like Ryan Pasoko trying to find his place in line. He does so. Turn 4, green flag back in the air.
Here's where it's like, do you go in or not?
Yeah, that's 40 laps.
Dickerson, Tommy Welch, and
that's a tank.
That's still the top 5. Battle for position further back. 7th position up for grabs.
Well, you were saying Connor Leach would be able to save. He went down pit road on lap 75.
Jumping to the inside on Vincent Short to turn 1.
He'd have to save quite a bit. I mean,
he's good now.
Yeah, he'd be good now. Yeah.
We got trouble again.
Not at all.
I mean, if you want to go down pit road, grab your last set and match up with 5 lap pressure tires. I just think by then the tires are going to be even.
Can we catch up?
Looks like Larry Dickerson and Tommy Welch went down. Ryan Pasoko, Sean Roberts, Justin Lawson, Skylar Harrod,
Anderson lucky to get
and a few more in the back.
Corvu was just behind him. He gets tangled up.
I want Connor to get a few more laps on his tires. Hopefully we'll have some more cautions. I thought I'd never say that.
Well, he's up to P4.
Really anybody's game now. I mean, it's a gamble either way.
Some more takers here on pit lane. McCann and Blaze stay out of the racetrack, but Dickerson, Tommy Welch, Pasoko, and others are going to come down and pit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Susie.
Caleb Sisk into his pit stall.
But I've been burned many times.
When we get the wave around, just go to the inside of them all.
We got 8 some gallons, so we got we can make it quite a ways. Then the yellow does come out. I'll be golden when the new tires.
Yeah, if the field is as short as it was before, where you had to fight your way back through.
Good thing now there's only 12 cars on the lead lap. So if I go in, I'll come out guaranteed 12.
So there you see it. Yep. Safety lights off on the
there is that side. Yeah.
On the 1 to go. We'll get the restart next time.
I gotta get through here.
Ryan McCann, Drew Blaze going to restart it again for us.
All right, buddy. Again, it's on you. And go, go, go.
Again, looking for win number 3 on the season.
Caught him sleeping. Nice, clear up.
Picked him up 2 in a row at Las Vegas and Homestead, Miami. Broken up by Caleb Sisk last week in Martinsville. Only 4 different winners through 7 races this season.
No, that Martinsville race is broken up by Skylar.
Yeah.
Truck is in.
Well, Steve is right in what he said, but I'm blaming Skylar.
Green flag back in the air. On the gas.
I had that race.
Decent reaction. Quick enough to start.
I knew it.
13
I know you did. That's why at the end of it I said you just had that stolen from you. '71's a little loose on throttle.
Of the 13.
Right behind the 30.
Be nice if we can get about 10 laps here on green.
Short. That's your top 5. Chris Owens running back in 6th. He won't.
Yep, I agree.
That'll take Connor out of the picture.
Tommy Welch, Sean Roberts, Ryan Pasoko, the top 10, and then it's Larry Dickerson and Carson Rowland rounding out your lead lap trucks. Leach trying to make it the short way around or the long way around, but a narrow space, not close enough there. Might have pancaked the wall off at 4. Still runs 3rd in the tire tracks of Drew Blaze. Now Blaze in the fence with the right rear. Oh, Tommy Welch hammers the outside wall.
71's got better rotation through the center than the 30, but he can't make the pass there.
Tommy in 11th.
All right, they're side by side behind you. 30 tagged the wall. 71 P2.
Back out front, the top 3 separated by not a whole lot. 2.5 tenths back.
Track temps come down quite a bit, down to 93.
But Blaze, he's got company. It's Connor Leach all over the tailgate of the 30 in the middle of 3 and 4. There might have been a little bit of contact there getting into 3. Blaze hangs on to the 2nd spot for now. Into turns 1 and 2. Blaze way up the racetrack, throwing sparks back to Connor Leach, but Leach jumps to the inside. Blaze back in the wall off of turn 2. He'll lose the 2nd spot. Connor Leach now forward march towards Brian McCann into turn 3. It's a deficit of 6.5 tenths. We'll see if Leach can run down the 7.
Oh yeah, Leach is going to run me down quick.
Again here.
He's got them new tires. He's trying to save them though.
Anderson started back in the 19th position.
Yep,
running
13 lap pressure. I agree.
Traffic behind.
Lap car pulled down.
Out in front of the 99, at least for the time being. Running down the race leader is Connor Leach. McCann still out in front. His pit stop coming in lap 62. Connor Leach's lap 75. So much more recent pit stop and fresher tires for Connor Leach. He tries to run down Brian McCann, who's been very stout here tonight. This is going to be the thing we're going to want to watch right now to see if those new tires are truly enough to get around a relatively equal talent driver here at the front of the field. We know Leach has better tires, but the leader, of course, has that clean air, has that preferred track position. Will it be enough to hold off the 71? Or will Brian just let him go? There's always that possibility.
Let him go.
He does still have
He's got to fight for it.
Over the wall here with just about 30 laps remaining. We'll see if he can take advantage of it. Connor Leach right there to the back bumper.
Again, very nice exit there. All right, he's outside. Right rear. Still there. Side. Clear.
Battle for the race lead continues. Leach definitely looks faster. Last lap was faster by about half a tenth, and that's with a truck in the way. I think if Leach can get clear of
now I need a caution.
Take that race lead.
The risky spot here.
Can trying to hold him off the best that he can.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Albert Anderson has fallen back to the 11th position. And Leach goes to the outside for the lead at the stripe. The 71's going to lead it. Big time run down the main straightaway. Connor Leach to the point. Oh. Now it's just a matter of time. Now what Brian McCann wants to see now is that caution to come out.
There's one.
Benefit from that last set of tires.
I tell you, 15's not playing very nice.
Lady in black.
Oh, no caution though.
Not on the racing surface. They spin off and then we don't get one.
Back through Blaze in third.
Yeah.
Vincent Short right there.
Right.
Flanked off the back bumper.
The 15's not playing very nice with the 30's back bumper. He's tapped him a couple times getting into the corner. Got him pretty squirrely.
He's trying to break the draft here, unless he had a problem. The only other thing I could imagine was going on there. The 71 dropped way down low on the back straightaway. Now Short on a turn 4. Thought he had enough of the run. Takes a look to the inside. Still not quite enough.
12 laps.
Yeah, Vigilante race.
It's going to happen again, ain't it?
As this goes green, this may be Leach's race to lose.
I hope not.
Dan's got the talent.
And Connor is
Connor Leach, but I don't think he's got
plowing that right front.
You got a lap truck coming up.
25 laps to go here from Darlington. Connor Leach leads 0.4 of a second back to Brian McCann. You watch the battle for third between Drew Blaze and Vincent Short. About 2 feet off the tailgate of Blaze now. Drew drives it in deep, washes up the racetrack right against the wall. A little bit of sparks coming off the 30 truck. Short's got to find a way.
So what do we do? A splash and go?
Mike,
Short
I'll let
with
you go
about 8
around
lap
here,
more
bud.
tires
Thanks,
versus Drew Blaze.
You just had Drew Blaze just went down pit road.
Now this for the third spot. Blaze will tuck in, so move Vincent Short into the top 3. Blaze gets into the fence again.
I'd say 4.
The right side of the safer barrier. Just kind of bounces him back into the groove, though. Doesn't lose a ton of ground.
The risk is going a lap down. That's what I don't want to happen.
Looks like Joe David has had.
Well, we can.
Drew Blaze on the pit lane.
We can take just rights.
This likely
if you want to try it.
Stop. Blaze only made 2 stops here this afternoon, so this is his opportunity to bolt some fresh tires on. We'll see if he can drag anybody else down to do the same.
I'm plowing that right front now.
Back out front, Leach still leads. McCann doing a pretty good job, at least trying to stay with that 71. It's got the deficit under a second still. Leach in a little bit of traffic here. Step toe in the number 50 truck. Oh, a little bit of contact with a wall for Step toe. Might have been some contact with Connor Leach as well, but Connor finally gets through.
This is going to be another one of them no caution races.
Done peeking out here at Darlington. Just as quickly back behind the cloud.
I mean, no caution.
That's one thing when the field starts to thin out.
Brian McCann now trying to work.
Cautions get to be less.
Some more lap traffic, but still.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think we'll still get a top 10 though.
When Blaze went down pit road, he went from running 3rd or 4th back to 13th, third person, 1 lap down.
Difference there is with fresh tires to hold as Blaze just
did he take 4?
by the 99.
All good, brother.
Checking that right now. Yep.
He's taking low.
So how far is he from catching us?
10 trucks on the lead lap. That is all.
Thank you, Drew Blaze. We see you're halfway down the back.
Truck on the lead lap.
And 1 and 2 right now.
About a half lap back from the leaders here with 18 laps remaining.
About hit that wall. I guess we'll have to do a splash and go, hope for the best. If I don't wreck, holy crap. These tires are done.
Yeah, there's more going down pit road.
Now Vincent Short to the inside of Steptoe. Looks like Larry Dickerson might be gaining some ground back on the 15.
Because if I get 4, I'm not going to get back around Connor.
Well, with 10 or 15 to go, however long, well, actually you only have 2 laps of fuel left.
Well,
so you're going to have to come down.
So not on the lead.
Yeah, just give me a splash.
Trying to find a way around here.
Okay.
Well, splash and right sides. I guess we'll have to. Oh God, I don't want to do right sides.
Racetrack. Steptoe battling back to the inside. And Steptoe back in 21st.
So splash, what are you talking about, 6.8?
Yeah, just something.
Okay.
Chris Cohen's a bit of a wiggle in the middle.
And right sides are now.
Yes.
All right. You're set up.
Simple. Appreciate it, bud.
Oh, that sucks.
Pit box in 10.
The 14 laps to go. Leach still out in front,
5,
relatively uncontested. That is
3,
a lap truck in behind him, so don't be
1.
too concerned there.
Right here.
It's Carson Rowland, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, right side.
Rowland though making a pit stop at lap
right, get ready.
And speaking of pit stops, here comes Brian McCann.
That's it. Go.
All right, come. Don't speed.
There are no more
No
right
competition.
side tires
Could
put
be
on.
the case.
Careful, it's going to be a little loose.
To come out for any
You're going to have clear track.
Really is what Brian McCann was hoping for, but
All right, come on up.
down and pulled that last set of tires
Oh,
up.
I ain't even gonna get top 10.
And now up into the second spot as he got around Vincent Short. Go back and watch the replay here just a moment ago. Dickerson on Short.
You're sitting P12. You're looking for Bennett and Blaze now.
Slows his momentum in the middle of 3 and 4. Opens the door for Larry Dickerson to take that second spot.
Bennett is actually the truck right ahead of you. And Blaze, I believe, is the one that's in the wall. No caution. Don't come out.
Top 3 now. It's Connor Leach, Larry Dickerson.
Okay. Nope, you're good. Stay green.
All right, man. Caution is out.
gotten
Caution
around
is out.
some
Line up
as well.
single file.
Take a look
Your
at
road
that
is
pass
closed.
just a moment
It's
ago.
2,
Killing
4.
me.
Yeah, same thing. Vince just got up.
Am I the first car? No, not even close.
But
I'm a lap down.
Tires starting to go away on the 15, it looks
nope,
like.
Blaze is ahead of you still. I thought that was his red truck that also got into that.
Pit road is now open.
Jordan trying to battle back.
That's why Drew went in early to be that first lap, first car lap down. Andrew.
Ready to have a caution.
And the caution is out. Too little, too late for Brian McCann, it seems.
Catch the 30 car.
Wait, did Connor go in?
Remember, was back.
Well, the leader went down, so you can get your free pass.
I think he was 2
Why did he go in? Does he got tires?
Car 30. Got the lucky dog.
See what
Let him
happened
by
here
on
to the 50
outside.
just a
10 to
moment
go.
ago. We saw him get loose out of 2.
I'm gonna guess. Well, he was short on fuel.
Oh yeah, he might have been.
Into
Yeah.
the fence, slows the momentum.
But
Steps
this
in,
caution
gets
should
into
have
the
allowed him to make it.
He makes a pretty big impact there, the inside
I don't
wall.
know.
So pits are open, and here come the leaders. Leach, Dickerson,
How's it going, Andrew?
Roberts, Short, Pasoko. They're all going to come down. Tommy Welch. See Drew Blaze.
Surely he wouldn't say. I don't think there's no way Connor was saving a set.
His pit stop
There's no way.
was lap 98.
I might have the freshest right sides here.
So 4 tires and fuel for Connor Leach.
But I got to start in 9th. Ugh.
Nope. 4 tires. 15-second pit stop.
How did he have 4?
Short into his pit stall. Has to back it up. He'll lose a little bit of time.
He must have saved a set
like
on that.
You had that set too.
But I figured he would have used it on that last pit stop.
Okay.
So Leach will finish his pit work.
He must have been on a completely different strategy.
Leader Gones will be second.
All right, man, we're going green next time by. All right, man, line up on the inside row.
Away here momentarily.
So there's no way that I was ever going to beat him anyway if he had a set. That's GG's on that one.
Well, it might be too soon to
He had it in the bag all day.
The can back a minute 18. Bryant's still running in that 9th spot.
Not if he wouldn't have been able to make it on fuel. He would have had to come down at some point just like you did.
It's a 19 car.
Mike Fahey.
I guess that's kind of the one thing we don't know.
We got a few laps here. You might can get a top 5. Who's
all right, man. Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green. All right, man. Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
His coming on the road course at Circuit of the Americas West, and then Phoenix Raceway the following week.
How many lap cars I got in front of me?
A couple of wins out on the West Coast, or at least
West
Coast swing.
That's what I was just looking for.
Trying to pick.
I had to scroll up 2 pages.
All right, man. We're going green next time by.
Yeah.
Not going.
Drew Blaze stopped on the backstretch, trying to get people around him. Doesn't want to get black flag for being in the wrong position. They have waved off the restart here. It would have been with 7 to go. Now it'll be with 6. And there were a bunch of wave around trucks. They're trying to get everybody where they need to be, which, again, I appreciate seeing that. Good to get everybody in the proper position, especially if this could be the final restart of the day.
Could be some cautions here, though.
But then again, cautions breed cautions. We haven't had one in a while. Got the field all doubled back up, so we'll see.
Would I be able to do anything on 2 laps on a green-white checkered?
I'm actually kind of curious where you're going to restart.
Ready?
Right here.
It's saying you're in 8th.
All right, man. The pace car is in.
Albert Anderson now in 12th. He's the first truck 1 lap down.
Green. You're in the top 10.
Go.
The leader just did a 14.055. You got 1 outside. You're on the bottom 3 wide. You got 1 outside. You're 2 wide there.
Hold on, you're gonna get the contact. Stay. Keep going. Green flag. Keep it going.
Base truck is hit. Barney with the green in hand.
Green flag.
Green flag. Back in the air. 6 laps to go for
5 to go at the
Darlington.
line. This is less than optimal.
Leach gets the jump over Gones. Good restart.
Let me get rid of him. I don't like him.
Sean Roberts in third. Soko is 4th. 5th is Vincent Short.
All right, outside. Right rear. Clear up. Stay high.
Position. Soko.
Nice squeeze.
The attack on.
Keep it going. Go low.
5 laps.
Come on.
Here from Darlington. Leach trying to make it his
P5
win of the season.
Top 5. Yeah, now we just need a caution.
I like it.
Go ahead, Drew. You got it here.
Leach and Gones checking out. And Vincent Short gets into the 2, sends the 2 into Sean Roberts, and we got a caution again, or do we? Yep. Oh, how did we not get a yellow out of that? No caution. He was sitting broadside in front of traffic. iRacing missed that one. Sean Roberts, though, in trouble. Way back now, 11 positions lost, or close to it, in the 11th position. We stay green. Leach leads now almost a full second above Chris Goins, back in the second spot. So
second, third, and fourth just ran their fastest lap of the race.
Laps to go, coming to 2 to go the next time, and Goins hits the wall off of turn number 2. Chris driving everything he's got, trying to catch the race leader, Connor Leach. 2 laps remain.
Oh. Still got a P5 though.
And back in the 5th position. It'll be a solid points day salvaged for the 7.
That's right.
Didn't lose too many on Connor. Gained some on Caleb. Thank you, Derek.
Connor
Caleb back in
18th. Number 4, looking for the white flag here.
And I don't have to go on the podium and explain myself, so that's another positive.
There you go.
Leach uncontested now. Goins back 0.8 of a second. Leach just needs to
good run, Brian.
For a couple of corners. He's in 3.
Thank you, repeat.
3 and 4.
Absolutely, bud.
Yeah, you
and for the final time from the 27th starting position, back to start finish. He'll take the checkered flag.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, but I was on the line. I had to keep that line or I was going to lose it.
Chris Goins will finish second. Ryan
I want to go back and
Pasoko
look at what Caleb. What happened to him?
I don't know if there's anything to go back and look at, was there?
Yeah, I was just going to look at the Caleb incident.
Okay. No, that was early.
Wow. Yeah, he just didn't know where he was going to go because, like, he was all over the track.
Yeah.
And hell, I didn't know where they were going to go either, so I was like, what do I do?
See if you can take a look at his right front right there. Yeah.
Hey, Caleb, sorry about sliding up into you.
Yeah, see, when I was looking at him too, really didn't show a whole lot of damage there.
71, Connor Leach,
It
victorious.
must have been another incident.
We're going to step aside briefly, get our break out of the way. We'll be back with Connor Leach, Chris Goins, and Ryan Pasoko after this. Stay with us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless he got wheel damage and it just didn't affect his body.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Lap,
Need insurance
9,
coverage that's built for speed?
Yeah, lap 9.
His office in South Charleston has your back. Whether you're blazing down the highway, protecting the home you've built.
Let's see what it looked like from Drew's. Because he's the one that came out ahead. Drew's like, where do I go? Oh, wow. I bet he was clinching there. You know Drew was.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. Oh. Somebody
and that
behind
big wreck that you drove through at the end, that had to look interesting from your from the cockpit.
Yeah, let's look at that one too. I don't remember what lap that was. Oh, right here. Found it.
Right there.
Now, how did caution not come out on this? Because he was up against the wall. Let's go back and look at.
No idea.
he knocked him back straight. That's probably how it saved it. He wasn't a full, like, 90 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
A little bit of net code there.
That was a little close. I bet that orange truck was scared. Like, whoa, there's a truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's another one coming right there. And then that one stayed down low too.
Oh, what a race.
At about 28.
Good salvage for some decent points, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, but I will catch you next week.
All right, man. Take it easy. Thank you for spotting.
As always, you're welcome. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Susie. Have a good one, everybody in chat. See you next week. We look to see where we're at next week. Oh, Bristol. Another fun one. Oh, boy. Later.